I'm ballin' out of control. Pockets on swole, that's how black life roll. I'm thrown like Ludacris, I got hoes. Like Flip, I got flows. Like I get chose. Strap with bobos, kicking in doors. I work all day cause the block don't close. I do what I suppose. Stay flipping O's. Probably in block wear or in some expensive clothes. Riding on bows, stopping at corner stores. I get my hustle on. After I do my shows, all these drugs get sold. This could never get up.
Hey.
What it do?
Back to the Sugar Shack.
Back in the Sugar Shack. I'm your boy E.Ali. Bottom of the glass with Miss Elaina Wilson.
Yes.
Well, it's bottom of the glass, Elaina Wilson with E.Ali. I'm like the co-host, so to speak.
Producer Bay.
Yeah. But we in it, you know. It's been challenging. It's been rough with doing this podcast thing, man. But nevertheless, we definitely like for y'all to hit the like button, hit the share, subscribe, and all that. Be patient with us as we, make this transition in this season and the next season, so to speak. Had a lot of things going on outside of just. What had other things added to life, I guess. I took part in coaching football, Little League football this year, so that took a lot of time. It was draining.
And for me,
a lot
of
effort.
Chop It Like It's Hot. This been
Chop
getting
It
some
Like It's Hot.
jobs.
It's been knocking them, so it's been a lot taken away from you guys and the show, and we'll definitely. I'd like to say we apologize for, not staying consistent with the shows and outputs. We had intentions in doing shows and things happen and shit like that, man, but...
For sure. It wasn't for lack of trying.
Definitely not
Because
so.
we took the show on the road, but
yeah, tried to,
we wasn't able to make it happen.
Yeah.
So we got a couple people in Columbus that owe us some rain checks.
Yep, so... with that being said, we getting into it.
Call Eric.
So, you know how that
It's
go.
E.Ali in the Toledo. E.Ali.
Definitely hit the like button to subscribe.
E.Ali in the Toledo. E.Ali. E.Ali. We from the Toledo. E.Ali in the Toledo.
Bottom of the glass.
Oh, yes,
Elaina Wilson with your boy E.Ali.
We back. It's spooky season. It's October. It's my favorite time of the year. I love Halloween. I don't care about the candy. I just love to dress up. I wish I could dress up every day or represent one of my scary people. So, my favorite genre is horror. So I got on my Freddy Krueger shirt today. Sweet dreams. Got my Freddy Krueger earrings. Got my Freddy Krueger socks. I didn't put them on though, but that's my one of my first favorites.
In horror movies?
Yes, Freddy Krueger and Jason. Those two are like my first two favorites. Like me and my sisters would sit up. When I ain't gonna say sisters, me and my sister closest to my age, we would watch horror movies all night by ourselves.
Yeah.
She was little watching horror by herself.
I'm not a big fan of the horror.
Yeah, I know. I have to watch it when you're not here. Or I'll tell you in the algorithm when it pops up and it'll have all these movies. I'm like, oh, that's horror, baby. I know you don't want to watch none of that stuff. It's either horror or true crime, and they kind of go hand in hand because most horror is inspired by true crime events. Really. So.
Okay. So what's the drink for the night?
We're going to do a sidecar. I've been pushing this one back. It's a popular cognac drink, so I wanted to at least make this once. It's named for the motorcycle attachment, like the sidecar, the old school motorcycles. And it popped up around World War I. But like most drinks, it is no true origin. They just start popping up at bars. Everybody took credit for making it, so we don't really have a originator. They just know when, you start being able to get one. And it consists of your favorite cognac, which y'all know mine is Hennessy. Cointreau, which is a orange liqueur. And this is like the big daddy of all. Like, you can use triple sec, you can use Grand Marnier orange curacao, but this one, for the true taste and consistency of the drink, you want to use Cointreau and lemon juice. So I'm gonna get us a glass popping. If you want to be fancy, you can sugar your rim, put a little orange peel in there to represent the taste of the orange liqueur, but we ain't even gonna do all that. We gonna get straight to the drink. Last time I did a sugar rim, it was messy. It was sugar everywhere. So.
Says sugar everywhere, huh?
So we get an ounce and a half of cognac, 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau, and 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. That makes an ounce and a half. So it's 3 ounce. This is a 3 ounce drink. It's usually served in a cup called a Nick and Nora, but I could not find the damn Nick and Nora anywhere. Like, well, no, I can't say I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it reasonably enough for my cheap self. So I think I'm gonna wait Black Friday and see what Amazon do with them Nick and Nora glasses, if they can bring that price down for me. So we're gonna just use a coupe for today, which is it's a martini glass.
Okay. This week topics of the day. This week's
It's Diddy divorces and other D words.
Diddy divorce and other D words.
I was just saying, it's so much of Diddy going on. We ain't even got to land on it for too long.
We ain't even talked about it.
We ain't talked about
we
it
ain't
not
said
once,
not. It's so
like,
for me. It's so much shit going on for one.
Yeah.
And then for two, it's like this man been doing this shit for years. He was a pop culture. He was a pop icon. So it's like, if y'all didn't do nothing early on with the shit, y'all wait till.
I can't remember where it came from, but I could always remember hearing everybody know Diddy like to get freaky, but I can't remember who originated. I've heard so many people say it now. I've heard Orlando Brown say it. I've heard that everybody know Diddy likes to get freaky. It's like I've been hearing that since the early 2000s.
Yeah, but what do freaky mean? What, he bisexual? He like it both ways?
I think that is it for real.
Yeah,
for real. You know, without outing him like that, you know, because it's always frowned upon to out somebody.
Yeah, but to be like he like to get freaky and shit. Yeah. But definitely the way they exposed him with the bottle oil. I mean the baby oil, 1,000 bottles of baby
bottles
oil.
of lube and baby oil.
You know,
that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Like, what? I mean, he do got the big bed. You know, he got that huge big bed that always pop up in the videos. They can hold all those. I think 30 people can fit in the bed or something like that.
My thing is not even just him having that, but why would that be something that you disclose to the public? Because
it's most court dockets are it's public record. Like, anytime you've ever been.
But I'm saying you about to offer. Hold on. But you about to offer baby oil in as an exhibit to what?
That the freak offs occurred, because that's what it's in the court records. I get it. That they say the freak offs.
Yeah.
So I guess these are tools of the trade, especially if they're saying he's trafficking and he's having this sex with these hookers and all this. Those are tools of the trade: lube and baby oil. What you think?
Oh, that's beautiful. For me, that's gonna be kind of weird.
Oh, it is. In
terms of case and you prosecuting somebody's, you prosecuting people's bedroom now.
Well, I don't think it's that part. I think it's the people who are saying what occurred. Like, you're putting stuff in people's drinks. You using your power to coerce somebody to snort a line. Like, we see that shit all the time on different little shit, but they be like, peer pressure, do it.
Yeah,
so now
They had this one thing where I guess they said the girl said she she was coerced.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
But
too.
it's like you
and then
you traveled back and
that was it for me.
But you went back and forth several times.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that argument.
But I guess it was the threats, the supposed threats that might have been made to say, if you don't do this, I'm gonna do this.
But you can't get on the
Not to say she's telling the truth.
I know, but you have a choice not to get on the plane.
Right. But there's some of the drugs too.
You have a choice. You have a choice to go to the authorities right then and there when you thought something was happening.
Yeah, but I could say it's a lot of trafficking that happens.
I get that, but I'm just saying. I'm saying this ain't no regular situation where, for the most part, the money.
Some people's weak of their mind.
But the money and everything is so now everybody is getting taken advantage of. There's a lot of, and then now you about to prosecute him because the fame and the glory. People want to come and be in the presence of that. Of the shine, because for me it's like you got too many celebrities that was involved to say that some people was taken advantage of, because it's like this is a place of attraction. Some people know that just by being there, you can the people that's around, the contacts that you will make. So now you a slave to whatever industry you trying to get in to associate with these people, because, and I say not a slave to them.
And that's all of them too, because even with Harvey Weinstein, it was known like you better do what he want or he's gonna ruin your career.
Yeah, that kind of shit. So, I mean, but I guess that's so embedded.
And it was like an old. I don't know how old it was because it's hard to tell with these interviews, but it was something. They said it was an old interview with Orlando Brown. Yeah. And he was saying something like, you can take your girl, you worried about taking your girl to a party and you around celebrities and you think somebody gonna snatch your girl. But if you go to a Diddy party, you ain't got to worry because he don't want your girl. It was something like that. But he didn't say like he wants you. He just said he don't want your girl. And I was like, so it's like little nit things like that come. Or did that one Breakfast Club interview that's so public now that it was kind of like you didn't know what he was talking about, but now it's like, what?
What's that?
With he was talking to, I think, Meek Mill, and he was like, I love the way how you do it like that, Daddy, scraping and scrounging on the ground or some shit. And it was like, it's a Breakfast Club interview that's on YouTube. Yeah. And they're asking Diddy, like, Diddy, what is you talking about in this? And Diddy like, man, I don't know. Ain't no telling what I was talking about. But I guess somebody had dropped something and they was picking it up. And when they was picking it up, Diddy was like, yeah, I like how you do it like that, scraping and scrounging on the ground or something like that. But it was just the simple fact that he was talking to a man and he's like, I like how you do it like that, Daddy. And it's like Breakfast Club that made this shit popular. Because it was like some clip that somebody had recorded at one of those parties. Yeah. So.
And then again, like you said, people already knew. People already knew. They knew the lifestyle, what was going on, you know. And so, for a lot of people, it was a joke. It was, you know. And so we just now finding out as the public. For me, I wonder why is so much attention on it, because when there's so much attention put on a celebrity and what they going through, they trying to divert your attention off something else that's going on. Something major politically and shit like that, especially anytime they going after some celebrity, and then they throw a tease to say that all these other celebrities that's possibly subject to investigation and being exposed and all that. So now that would keep that whole thing going for a whole.
But I also feel like we are just in a different time, because Me Too didn't used to exist, so nobody cared. Nobody wanted to hear a rape victim it's still rape victims still get victim shamed in 2024. Yeah. So I feel like the reason a lot of this stuff happens right now with a lot of those people, whether it's the Harvey Weinstein, the Cosby, any of those people are even R. Kelly. Look how long it took them to convict R. Kelly. It's like you had to go through so many shifts and so many decades of the times changing, where women's rights is being more sought after right now. So I think the only reason why it matters now is because we are post Me Too. Like, people already knew this, but now you see, didn't nobody give a fuck until Cassie got a check. You feel me? Like, didn't nobody care? Cassie got a check. Cassie got a check, and everybody like, oh, I can tell my story next too.
But Cassidy just didn't get a check. It was we see why she got that check.
Yeah, we see it now. But at the time, before that video leaked, there was already like 6 other lawsuits besides hers.
I get that, but before that video leak, he that's the only reason why he settled, so the video wouldn't get leaked. But then they turned around and somebody else leaked the video.
Right. But it's just like even in little old Toledo right now, if you go to court or you call the police on somebody for beating your ass and then you don't show up to court, the state can say, well, you ain't have to say nothing, but we gonna pick it up. And that's what's happening with that case. Even just because Cassie didn't want to do nothing, the state is picking that up. The feds picking that up.
Picking what up?
Case. They added that case to all this other stuff.
But see, that's where the case. That's where, for me, and if you understand law, that's where you gonna see the break. That's where you seeing the state is overreaching, because a lot of stuff is then fell out the statute of limitation. You only got so much. You can't go back and convict somebody something what they did 12 years ago and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it wasn't 12 years ago. That was 8 years ago.
8 years ago. It's 7 years. 7 years ago. It's 7 years. The only thing that don't have statute of limitation is rape and murder. Everything else got statute of limitations to it. Them the only things you can't never go back and them the things you can always be prosecuted for.
Not rape. That one runs out too. Rape runs out. There's a lot of people that didn't try and they got shut down because they took too long to say something.
Well, that's not true, because they showed you how aggressively they went at Bill Cosby, and they was talking about shit from 20 years and still, but he ended up getting out. But the fact that it took and they knew they was gonna let him out. Somebody at some point.
Well, he never should have. He never should have went. Was the problem? He never should have went.
This is the problem. So how do? Because
you can do it. You can sue civilly, but they shouldn't have been able to sue criminally because the statute of limitation runs out on rape. It runs out even when it's child rape. Like if they don't find, like the person turned 18 and this happened at 13, like if you got to tell, because it's not, and it could be state by state too. I don't know how it works. It might be different states do things. That ain't gonna
do it.
Yep.
That won't do it. That would have been
a disaster.
That would have been a womp 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 womp.
But I do feel like, and you know,
and my thing with the Diddy is just it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's too much. This guy been able to do whatever he been able to do, and then my thing is the fact that people act like he got enough money to fight this case. Like he ain't gonna go broke. Mm-hmm. It ain't, and you ain't gonna put 120 some cases every month. Man, you ain't about to do that. The state
and it is about proving stuff too. Because I seen it when they did the same thing to T.I. and Tiny, and like they lost their show. MTV was like, forget that we don't care if you're guilty or innocent. We don't even want to hear that happened. And they didn't even get in trouble for it. But it was just the simple fact that it ruined their reputation. Yeah. Because they thinking like, T.I. and Tiny is drugging people to go have sex with them. You know what I mean? So.
But it was at that time. It was like a lot of people was getting accused of everything. You know, and it's like. At some juncture, somebody get upset and feel like they got treated wrong. Mm-hmm. The relationship ended, and now they want to be bitter and then tell what.
Oh, for sure. I believe that's what happened in that case.
Tell what happened, and then tell a menace, a malice side of it in terms of what took place.
But it's crazy because even with this Diddy stuff, it's been stuff that I didn't heard over years that there's away from this. But it's kind of like you already know that he's a menacing personality. Because like years ago, Kid Cudi, when he tried to date Cassie, he like, Diddy blew my car, got my car blown up. Like, it's little stuff like that. Or outside of just take relationships, lube, everything out of the... We've already seen this person to be a cutthroat business person where he kills careers. He shelves albums. He don't never let nobody see the full potential of their contract. I'm sure that's for monetary purposes. It's always been one of them things that I've seen since I was young. Like, you get signed to Bad Boy, your career is over. You know what I mean? You gotta people usually have to leave and do something different. Or like with New Edition. He got them out of their what was it, RCA contract, put them in a 20-year contract, and they've only did like one album with him, so they still stuck in this contract with him. So they went from one bad deal to another, where I think Mike Bivins was like, you know what, I see this ain't gonna work, so now he worked on the business side at Bad Boy because he's not getting New Edition, is not putting on no music, and they're stuck on a contract with Diddy. And he has done that to so many freaking artists, where you could see this person to be a menacing personality in business. It's not a far stretch to see that you would be a bad person outside of business too.
I'm not going. I kind of disagree. For me, New Edition them should know better. They've been
not necessarily.
New Edition them been in the game long enough to know. You should know.
That doesn't make you a poet, avant laureate of the business just because you're in the business.
You should, at this point, you should know.
They started as
at this point, you should know that was you was getting into a bad. If you was in a bad deal and you jumped in another bad deal, that don't make sense to me.
Well, I don't believe. I just believe that the only thing I would fault them for is not having the right representation. But I don't think that them thinking that Diddy, that being on Bad Boy, they probably thinking like, okay, he's gonna turn us around. It's Diddy. Like, they probably thought what all the other people thought, that was the best move, and it wasn't the best move.
I'm saying, but
because when they came out with that Home Again record on Bad Boy, it was huge, but we ain't heard nothing else.
But whatever deal you got, it's got to have some paperwork attached to it. It's some words saying
that don't mean that they know what that means. Because do you know how them contracts look? Them contracts got a whole bunch. That's what I said. The only thing I would say is they don't have the right representation.
Ain't no way they've been in the game this long.
Did you see the New Edition movie? Did you see the New Edition movie?
I'm not.
They are illiterate to the business. They showed that in the movie, in their biopic. They're illiterate to the business. They should have what they should have did. Kids. They should know when they were adults. When they signed that RCA contract, they wasn't kids no more. They was adults, but they don't know no better. They probably barely even got educations. You know what I mean? They've been touring and kids, since they was kids. They're not, just because they're New Edition don't mean they're smart. That don't mean that they know paperwork. It's a lot of artists that get tricked. I'm not saying that. Until they get representation to help them.
It's been a long.
Just because you can sing don't mean you know how to write a contract. They don't know how to write a contract.
It's a lot of information out of here. It's been since they've been signed, and all the information, the internet.
Even Megan Thee Stallion is a bright girl, college student, real smart. She even got tricked into a bad deal. Like, just because you can sing and rap, just because you can sing and rap doesn't mean that you can not take a bad deal.
Some people only doing that.
They're not correlated.
Some people only doing that to stay famous or to stay in the limelight, so to speak. Because I'm like, how you not at this point, New Edition, not taking control of your career?
I'm just saying it for myself as somebody who's a college educated woman. It's certain things that I have no idea how to do, or like I tried to look into the bankruptcy thing, the Chapter 7 bank. I don't know what none of them words mean. I don't care. I don't know what it means. I will have to get a lawyer to help me because I don't know what none of the words mean. Or trying to do a business, the LLC stuff and all the insurances, I don't know what none of that means. Like I would have to get somebody to help me. Trademarking, I don't know what any of those words means. Just because you are so smart in one area, don't mean you're gonna be smart in another area.
I'm
so
talking
I don't
about
fault them for
somebody.
doing something
You
wrong.
talking about somebody. You talking about you just
I'm
now
saying that
starting a business or starting something. These guys got
No,
30.
it's people that never know,
I'm saying
and they always
these
get
guys
help.
got 30-some
they get help.
years
They
in
get
the
people
business.
and that's what I'm saying. They needed somebody to help them. They should have hired
All
somebody
I'm
to
saying
do
is
that for
with
them.
30-some odd
That's
years
what I
in
said. They should have
business, you
hired
still
somebody.
if 30-some years in the business,
That don't make you
all I'm
smart.
saying, listen, all I'm
That
saying
don't
is
make
if
you
30-some odd years in the business,
Look at all the stories that
at
we've
30-some
seen.
odd
of
years
people.
in the business, and you go get into another use a dummy.
Yeah. That
Use
could be,
a- use a complete-
it. I'm
use
saying
a
that.
complete
Just
idiot
because
dummy.
you can sing don't mean you smart. Like, I just said that 10 minutes ago. Just because you can sing don't mean you're smart. Just because you're talented don't mean that your brain work. Like, I don't think that
I'm
I
talking
do
about
think that they
should
made
also
an
know
unwise
better,
decision.
though. Hold on, but here's the thing. Not
to
just,
me,
it
that's-
ain't just New Edition.
To me, that's
Because-
your opinion.
Hold on. I ain't saying, but
Because
not
it happens every
outside
day.
of New Edition,
It happens every day.
outside of
Every
New
single artist
Edition,
that ever worked with Diddy say that he owed
outside
him
of
money.
New Edition,
The locks.
Hold on. Outside
Mace.
them edition, Biv Div DeVoe, Biv know better. Biv, the dude to control that, he knew to step outside the business, and so.
But he did that afterwards. He did that afterwards.
He did that within the thing. The New Edition being after they was getting hot. He started that before Bad Boy. Before Bad Boy.
But I'm
was,
saying as far as him getting a job.
I'm
in
saying
that
I'm talking
business
about,
office.
but I ain't saying that. But he knew about a business move where he started Bib Dib DeVoe separate from New Edition and got paid that way.
Right.
So how in the hell you gonna let New Edition as a group and you attached to them go into this and you already know? And that's all. I ain't saying.
But you
all
know,
of them as a group.
I'm gonna tell you
Hold
how
on,
that
hold on.
works
I'm
too.
not
Because
saying
the
all
group
of them as a
the group is separate from the
I get
individual.
that. I know that. That's
so
why
what they could do is say, you don't have to agree, but
All
we're
right,
still doing
all
it
right,
because
but
this
y'all
is New
a fool.
Edition,
I
and
get
then
y'all,
you
but
can be
bro,
over here by yourself because that's
but
what
bro,
Escape just
I
did.
get that.
So
I get
Escape
that.
is not 4
I
people
get
anymore;
that.
it's 3
I get
people
that.
now.
But now y'all stupid. Here go a guy in your group. Know about the business better than y'all. He then took a part of y'all group, he took 3 of y'all of the 5 and seemed like at one point they got more money than the 5. Biv Div DeVoe and which one was in control of that? The shorter one.
That's Michael Bivins.
But I'm saying for him to been able to do that, and it was a separate. I'm sure it was a separate deal. It was called a whole totally different group.
But that was after New Edition broke up.
That was after New Edition.
Yeah.
So all is well. But then y'all came back. Bobby came and did his thing, and he all seen that. So Biv seen that we could take something out of us 3 and still do something. But like you say, and you made the point of being that we a group, and this New Edition, despite Biv Div DeVoe he gotta still go with and y'all jump into a deal that didn't turn out to be shit, so to speak, I guess.
Right.
And I'm sure he seen that and knew it wasn't a good deal, possibly. But then I'm talking about with the RC and then turn around and jump in with Diddy too, though. Like that's confusing and you had already was with Biv Div.
I think
DeVoe.
just at the time, for me, just to be thinking about it at the time when that happened, Bad Boy was so big.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the Little Kim, the Junior Mafia era. That's all of that. I think that they thought they was about to be a part of something. You know what I mean? Something crazy.
Yeah.
Where now all of them artists, even Faith Evans, first lady of Bad Boy, she didn't went off somewhere.
Yeah.
They all have left. They all eventually leave, you know what I mean? And then till he get these little isolating groups where he got to make group. He got to make in the band. He got the group with him and Kalina.
He had 112 in total.
Yeah. But
Then was isolated groups
but that was
outside.
before. That was before any of this. That was back in. They was 90s.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about what.
Well, I'm saying that was after the Little Kim and that was after the Little Kim.
Yeah,
and
but
the
it's like I
Faith
feel
and-
like that was so. it's Diddy, it's Bad Boy, that they thought they was gonna be a part of something, and it didn't work out like that. Somebody had said something on the internet about Hugh Hefner versus P Diddy. What's the difference? And they like, y'all vilifying, but y'all ain't said nothing. I said, nobody said nothing bad about Hef until he died. You know why? Because he paid the right people to shut up. He put people in positions. He made so many fucking stars that nobody even felt like they wanted to say nothing bad about him until he died. Now he dead and gone. I could they talk crazy about him. But I feel like Diddy owed too many people money, or he played him too much, where they like, you know what, my nigga, okay, I got you. Because he ain't stuffed the right pockets. Yeah. That's the only difference to me. They probably all did the same stuff. I'm sure Hef probably drugged some people, and not to say this is alleged. I don't know. I'm sure he probably, because it's a show on HBO Max called Playboy Murders, and they talk about all the weird stuff that go on in Playboy Mansion. So it's druggings and all that was going on.
Of course,
but he laced their pockets.
Yeah,
he made sure everybody was successful, and to the point that they wanted to walk away. But he made sure that he, like I said, he ain't pay the right people to shut up. He didn't pay the right people ahead of time. Like that one little dude, Lil Rod or whoever, he should have paid him off a long time ago.
But then this where P Diddy get caught up at too. P Diddy was at several locations. Hefner stayed at one spot. One spot,
yeah.
And so with that one spot, you coming to my house, but where P Diddy, you crossing state lines from L.A. to here. Miami, so now they call it trafficking. Yeah. Per se, if you was down in just one spot and they was coming there, that's a totally different, because now you going there. You going to his house. You keep going back there. Per se, you flying here, flying there. Yeah, that's that, But again, Negroes can't do what white folks do.
For sure.
You know what I mean? That's the one thing niggas got to understand. You can't do what they do.
And to me, when we first started talking about this, even with the Cassie stuff, we had talked about that lawsuit he had with Diageo about they wasn't representing his brands like they were representing the white brands.
That's right.
And I got to looking it up, and I was wondering what happened to that case. They quietly settled out of court in January, so Diddy, people probably don't even know, Diddy doesn't even own Ciroc or De Leon anymore.
Yeah.
Diageo owns the money all the way.
Yeah, paid him all the way off, and then came after him with the lawsuits.
Like stay in your place, boy. Yeah. You know how they do.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like this whole situation was.
I mean, this is a public flogging. This is one of them things back in the day they used to say in slavery that they used to take one of the strong black, one of the strong bucks, take him out in front of everybody else and public humiliating by beating him, might rape him, beat him down, choke him, kill him,
put him in the little brackets, and
all kind of shit. So this is one of them for us. They showing all them other niggas that got money. That's why they ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody supporting him. They telling you to stay your ass in line. Ain't now one of y'all better show up, support. Ain't now one of it ain't cause LeBron James done said it a couple times. Ain't no party like a P Diddy party. Now one of you niggas is showing up, showing no kind of support of your boy.
And it's crazy because when you see it on the other side too, especially with that Nickelodeon situation, with the guy that was working there that was molesting and raping the boy. So many celebrities showed up to court with character witness statements
but
argued you down like
they
he
show
wouldn't,
they show you that white folks can support, but nigga, if y'all do it, we'll tear y'all head off.
Yeah.
We'll tear y'all head off if y'all do that. And see, ain't nobody saying nothing about that. The white boy got support, like you say. They wrote in, and here he did it. And they still showed support.
And then still when he got out of jail, went to hire him at Disney. So he's still working with kids. So they said when they had when that came on, they said, all right, Disney, we waiting for y'all. Because we know some kids is over there getting man in, just like that Nickelodeon. Which is just, it's shameful. to me because with that young man, it's like they isolated him away from his family.
Which one?
Drake Bell.
The one
that was getting raped by the executive at Nickelodeon.
And when you say they isolated him from his family, what you mean?
They ended up like his dad was over everything.
Mm-hmm.
They caused a rift to make him get in his ear. Your dad is stealing your money.
Oh, like they did to Britney Spears.
You gotta fire your dad.
Yeah.
Then knowing that the mom not involved, so they make the mom. The mom is over everything, but the mom like, I gotta work. I got stuff to do. I can't take you to these auditions. I can't. He can have it. He can, and then letting him basically live with the man.
So basically gave him guardianship.
Yeah.
Took it from the daddy.
Yeah. She let him call all the shots. And then it just ended up being the boy had a girl he was interested in, and the mom ended up picking up on it like, I think something shady going on. And she's the one that, his girlfriend's mama is the one that, it discovered everything and called the police and stuff.
That sounds crazy.
Yep.
That sounds crazy that the mama or somebody was able to get the daddy, severed the daddy away from this child.
Yep.
From guardianship, and then for somebody to take, I'm suing the state, anybody, whoever made that decision, y'all getting sued. That don't even make sense.
No. It definitely was crazy to me.
But damn, no bond granted, been locked up since his arrest, man. Now that's where I don't understand. Like, ain't no way you gonna justify doing no brother like that, man.
Yeah. Well,
Settle out of court.
Yeah, what I do see though is that they said he got a new judge, so maybe this new judge.
Yeah, cause ain't no way, man, you gonna keep this man in there like that. So the divorces and breakups, we got the Mathis.
Yeah, that's the
Judge
one that's
Mathis
that's the one that's hurting my feelings right there. Judge Mathis said, his wife. I guess I don't know if they had canceled the Judge Mathis show last year, and I think she thought like once they canceled the show, like, all right, it's time to retire, and he went and got a new show, and I guess she's like, you know what, I'm tired of this. You didn't. They've been together since they was kids, and he's always put his career in front of her, and I feel like she feel like we got enough. At some point you can stop, and. So she filed for divorce, and I really hope that it's a shake-up because I love Judge Mathis, and I would,
And it's only because he chasing the career.
Yeah. Like neglect, it's gross. It's called gross neglect.
It's
really because he's
Ace
not.
Hood say you can't lose no hoe chasing no dough.
Well, the thing is that. He's out of town, you know what I mean? Like he's not. He moved her to L.A., but he's filming somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that's really I think what is the big problem. Like not only is you gonna keep working, but now you flying.
And not saying she a hoe, but he just saying his thing was you can't lose no woman chasing no money.
But again, these is some senior citizens. She like, okay, it's time to quit. It's time to retire so we can enjoy ourselves.
Girl, you driving a brand new motherfucking car, getting your hair did, eating how you want to.
That's not how any of this works.
Eating how you want to.
You in a relationship with a 5-star clinger. If I don't see you, I'm gonna get to acting out. You already know. And we middle-aged Toledoans. We ain't even rich.
And for me, if I was doing that and you was able to come and hang out, you would have a ball. That's all it would do. I don't know if he letting her hang out.
Probably not.
That might be the problem.
Probably not. And that was
She
something
should be-
that in the
she should
interview
be
that he
setting-
did with
she
TMZ.
should be
That's what he
setting in
said.
the- she
He
should be
said I
setting
go
in the
hang out with
audience.
my friends. I don't. Yeah, he did say
Yeah,
that.
she should be setting out
He
in
going
one
to
of
all
the
these
audience.
parties. He going to kick it with Steve Harvey, Snoop, whoever his friends is famous, and he ain't bringing her along.
Yeah,
So I think that is also the problem.
Yeah. Now, what's up with the Cardi B and
Cardi
the
B and Offset, I'm tired of them.
filed
This
the
is their third
divorce.
divorce filing, but it
Well,
didn't got gritty because she has since deleted it, but she got on there basically saying that she was fucking Takeoff before he died. So he gets online and say, "Well, that's okay because I was fucking your sister." So they playing dirty right now. They just need to get away from each other. They too toxic for each other. They too toxic. And I guess the thing was that he said that she was cheating on him while she was pregnant with the last baby, and she was like, "Yep," and he is because we're not together. So, because they said this is their third time filing for divorces. They just need to go on about they both very young. They need to
Yeah, she
have some
shouldn't have
time
definitely
apart.
said no shit like
They
that.
need to have some time apart. Yeah.
And so what's up with Holly Berry and
Is it Haley Bailey? That's the little.
Haley.
She's a singer. She's her and her sister Chloe and Haley. They were the singing group. They're on Beyonce's label. But
which one is that?
She's the skinny one with the dreads, and her
Okay,
sister's the
yeah.
little thicker one with the dreads.
Yeah.
She was just a Little Mermaid. She
Yeah.
was the Black Little Mermaid.
Okay.
But they weren't married, but they just had a baby. She was with DDG, who I didn't know who he was. I had to look it up. He's a YouTuber. So everybody's saying that he trapped her with a baby and then broke up with her. They basically saying like he lowered her stock because he wasn't nobody.
Okay.
And she was somebody already. She's a Disney princess and she didn't give your ass a chance. You done broke up with her after she had a baby. The baby ain't even a year yet.
Okay, and Ray J and Princess.
Ray J and Princess. I'm tired of them too. This their fourth divorce filing.
Wow.
They need to get away from each other also. But Ray J is in the mindset that he feel, you know how people say stay together for the kids? He believes in that. Like he said, I don't have to ever be happy again as long as my kids seen their parents together. And I'm like
That's
the opposite of that because the kids see misery. They learn misery. And it's a clip out of him coaching the kids.
No, you ain't got to see misery because
It is misery. If I would have stayed in my previous situation
No,
for
I ain't
the
saying
kids, it
no.
would have been misery.
No, I'm saying you got to have somebody that's mature with you and on that same level and understand that we only doing this for the sake of the kids to let them see that. With our arguments and all that, ain't none of that.
No, that's life
I'm
is short.
saying
I could die tomorrow. Why would I stay
somebody-
with? Because that's a loveless marriage. That's a sexless marriage.
All of that is you doing that on your own. You can have that. You go do that. But for the sake of us staying together and providing, you go off for your little weekend and all that. Especially when you got money. When you got money, you can do that. When you poor and broke, you got to
Well, I
definitely
think that is
separate.
what Ray J was doing, and Princess did not like
but
that.
I'm saying, but when you got money,
I'm
you
pretty
can go
sure
have
that's
your
what Ray J was doing.
go have your life. Come back whenever you need to. Come back. Give these kids what they need and let them see that we value they security. Because here's the thing: if we gonna pump up for years, Santa Claus is irrelevant to some kids. Ain't no way some parents shouldn't try to keep that thing going. That hey, we both adults and we respect each. But see, for me, that conversation got to be had before you even have the kids.
Right.
This ain't a conversation you have after the kid. This is a conversation you have before. Like, look, if this shit goes sour, how do this look afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
Now, look, hey, I think that we should, just for the sake of the kids, yada yada, we got to keep this shit, the fronts up, all that. You know what I'm saying? That type
But
thing.
see,
And then
this
if that
is you ain't
if
let
that
me finish with them. It's domestic violence going on there, so they
ain't
need to
saying that.
break up. They need to break up. They need to get away from each other. It's a video right now out of Ray J trying to gaslight his children that they didn't see them fighting. He said, "You did not see Mama hit Dad, did you? No, we're not gonna go. You did not see Dad hit Mama, right? And that's not okay. They need to get away from each other. They need to get away from each other.
So again, and then again, you can't have a guy trying to manipulate the situation, because I could see Ray J, for one, being who he is. You know, I'm the one getting the money. You know what I'm saying? And so that is bad when you see. So like, you gotta be in a situation where you got your own bread, and you can't be relying. So yeah,
but you know, it's crazy because you know they're on reality show, and you know I watch all the shows.
She get a check too, right?
She's a winning poker player. She does very well. She wins a lot of poker tournaments.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't want her to do that. He want her to be a stay-at-home mom, not doing shit, but rely on him. No. And she like, no. And she goes in tournaments across the country and wins. Yeah. And does good. So she like, you got your stuff, let me have mine.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can't. No, yeah. I mean, you talking about dudes that assess overly obsessively trying to control a situation, and I ain't I'm talking about, you definitely got to be able to have your means to go get your own bread, bring that back to the table. You know what I mean? Whatever make you happy, but nevertheless, let's keep this thing together so that these kids can get the appearance that you know, we can coexist without, you know, burning the ship down. I'm just saying, white folks do it all the time.
I think too, it's a little bit, you know, going back in the day, it might have been a little bit easier to pull that off, because we know that the president pulled it off.
When you talking about it was
like
easy.
Before social media, because now everybody is willing to take a picture of you and put it online and catch you doing something. So even though y'all might have that arrangement, the world don't know about that arrangement because they don't need to know. But as soon as TMZ sees you out with somebody, they're about to ruin your marriage. They do it every day.
All I'm saying, and again, you have to be mature and understand what you are in and what you got going on.
Yeah, that's so why I wouldn't even enter that kind of situation, because it's messy. It's messy, and somebody is going to. It's always in that situation. Somebody's always going to be.
Again, somebody, now you worrying about what social media talking about.
No. I'm saying somebody in that relationship. Somebody is always going to be miserable, because one of them is liking the other person more. The person who wants to stay likes that other person. The other person that don't want to stay with them but just doing it just cause the kids, they're the unhappy person. Being that unhappy take years off your life.
My thing is, for the most part, each one of them, it ain't about you doing it for neither one of you. It gotta be about the kids. If you ain't doing it about the kids, it ain't gonna never work. Cause it gotta be about them. Yeah. It ain't about what you doing. You gotta be able to conform.
That's human nature, though.
I'm saying, but you gotta be able to conform.
Because this is the realism.
I'm saying you got to be able to conform for the 18. But I'm saying, but you got to be able to do it for the 18 years or whatever time that you got trying to put this thing together. Let me just give you my logic. Hold on. But then it ain't necessarily got to be 18 years. It at least got to be the first. I'm saying if you done got pregnant, right? Shit got rocky. It's a certain period of time from you conceiving that child to where a functional child could start, and they don't really, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I ain't saying the whole 18 years, but I'm just saying for me. This is how I always and some of this came after, you know, after my kids, but I can say for the most part, they didn't go to no daycare till they was They didn't. I don't think they really went to daycare. They was always like back in the day. It was like you went to somebody's mama house or something.
Right, for sure.
So, but they didn't really go nowhere till they was like you could really talk. You really didn't go outside the close family knit of things till you can really speak. You know, and you was potty trained because we don't want nobody changing your diaper. You can go to the bathroom, do all that. Whereas, and that's where I say for a man, for me, as I know now, them is the most. Even if me and look, baby. All right, we here. I don't know what I got to do to make this right, but hey, for at least for the first 5 years, we need to try to create a situation where for the first 2 years. If I was to go into a situation right now and a woman had became pregnant or you became pregnant or whatever, my thing is we would have to be in a situation where you couldn't work for probably 2 years. I would want you to be totally consumed with taking care of you and that baby. Ain't no bills, ain't no stress about none of that. Like, you got to be totally focused on reading and writing, counting, you know what I mean, potty training and all that. And so that's where I say that's where, and that's why for me, and I'm only thinking because I got, I'm a grandfather now and I'm older now. So that's why I think it would be easier for me to be able to do it, because I'll be willing to do whatever you want me to do to keep that. Like right. What do it take to? Because I'm not trying to, hey, all right, whatever, because I ain't chasing nothing else. I ain't. Right. Now, if somebody I ain't chasing a career, none of that. It's like, okay, look, if I'm in this situation, there's a kid involved, this how it would go. But I guess if you, like you say, if I'm a major league baseball player or somebody, if I'm still young and chasing something, yeah, probably, that probably, like you say, that probably wouldn't go down.
See, this is my logic about staying for the kids.
Yeah.
Your kids are going to get grown.
Yeah.
They're going to leave you. They're going to make decisions that you don't agree with. So to base your life around somebody who is the world is that the human nature is built for them to leave the nest. They're going to leave the nest. So now you stayed in this nest and you didn't fly, and you didn't cultivate your mind for them. Now they leave you. And now they bring home somebody you hate. Do you think your child is going to be with the church girl down the street that you like to make you happy? Hell no. So to me, to stay for the kids doesn't make sense, because we are raising them to leave us anyway.
That's what you raising them for.
We're raising them to leave us.
You raising them.
So I'm not going to keep them. I'm not going to stay anywhere I'm unhappy to keep them happy when they're going to be gone anyway.
You only in a relationship until they leave. Like you trying to create a situation.
You know how many? I got divorced when my baby was 3.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're not in a relationship.
Can you imagine if I would still be in that marriage? My baby is only 11, so I would have 7 more years.
No, because he at an age
that doesn't
now.
Make sense.
He at an age now that you can do that. But I'm just saying for the first 5-6 years, you don't think it would if the father was mature and was putting you in a position to say, hey, look, we obviously ain't getting together. We ain't gonna be together. So look, let me bag up. Let me just create a situation like, hey. You can work less as possible. I help out on the co-parent. I mean, it got to be a mature thing where you totally. I ain't trying to offend you. I'm trying to support what you doing.
I feel it. I call you utopian, baby. I don't even think that people like that exist for real. It's because this is and you.
I see it exists though. I see white folks.
Let me say with you, because you have so much machismo. there's nothing you could say to me to make me believe that you would be willing to stay in a situation where you knew that I was going to go somewhere and fuck somebody because I didn't want to be with you no more, but we stand together for a kid.
I'm talking about if I had a kid.
I wouldn't believe that. I don't believe that.
It would be over because I would be going to fuck somebody too. You ain't the only one fucking. We beyond the fucking each other. We ain't here for the sex no more. We only here to cultivate a mind. To give this person that we both love, that we once loved each other.
That can be done without people being together, though. That can be done. It's successful co-parenting relationships. That can be done without that. That could be done. Kids can still be successful without their parents being together.
I'm saying, but they can also be successful seeing that, and that can also be work together being that too.
I just think it creates a lot of therapy in the because what y'all think is that kids don't see.
No, but
kids
I'm talking. Hold on, but if you didn't,
you don't think kids be like, my mama and daddy don't sleep in a room together.
Somebody got to be fucking mature. If you done got a $200,000 fucking house payment together now. Somebody got to pull their fucking and get out of their ass and say, hold on now, we got this $200,000 house thing that we even got in together. Is we gonna let this go or what? I don't understand that part. That's crazy. That's crazy.
The divorce numbers in my nose is running.
I get it, but it don't
the divorce numbers. It happens.
Don't have
it's
to
more
be that
natural.
way
It's
because
natural
that's somebody not some. That's
human
somebody,
nature for us not to want to be around somebody that we don't like.
That's somebody not sitting around thinking and talking about the situation. And
to me, because I feel like I feel a little stronger about this because I've been married before and you haven't. So you have not had to deal with that.
I'm talking about if you got a child now that
I'm saying because you had baby mamas that you broke up with.
Saying,
you didn't stay. Did you stay with them until their kids turned 18?
I got baby mamas and you got a husband. And now you in another relationship. If this thing had turned into something else, it have to be something different. You couldn't end it the same way it ended the same like you did. Right. So that's all I'm saying. If it was something like me and you, it would have to be something different. Right. You couldn't do the same shit that you just did. We would have to stay together till this child get to a certain age or whatever, and then do your thing and I do my thing. I'm saying you didn't already tried that and did it and that didn't work. I did what I did, it ain't work. So what the fuck you gonna do now if me and you was to have this situation and this happened and so to speak, we gonna stay together until this baby is able to do this and we gonna put up this front until this situation, it ain't even a front.
It is a front.
Hold on.
It's a front. If you saying you would have a partner and the other person would have a partner, that's a front. And the kids see that.
It wouldn't be a front. It would be a lifestyle that we would have to let them see we care about y'all and y'all welfare, especially if you done got into a house. See, because people don't look at the housing situation, the money and things, and they just, and you break off and then now you live somewhere and the kids suffer for for what? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. If you don't, look, I like my lifestyle, you like yours. It's just a situation. We got to, so now is it the way that you can adjust where we can still maintain this? Because look around this motherfucker. If you got something nice, hold on, what the fuck?
Right.
Rich folk, they don't do dumbass shit like this. Broke folks, just give up their shit and just run up. Hold on, man. Be reasonable. Then you talking about some fucking. Then you talking about somebody not liking. And then what I know about feelings and sometimes shit and all that, and if it ain't just a gross out, just where you done just broke off and it's just mean, if it ain't broke off like that, sometimes it's just a little time and you can come back and the feeling might be back popping. So it might not be forever. It might just be a time period where you just need a cool off. So that's why I say you just don't break it off to say, man, it might be just a time. Might be I don't know. Shit.
I think in the case of these ladies right here, is they have been publicly, Cardi B and Princess, they have been publicly humiliated so many times.
Yeah,
they probably can't take it no more.
Yeah, I'm talking about, but I'm saying them dudes ain't mature. Them dudes ain't. Yeah. But then they got money and they got situations, and I don't know why they trying to live up to somebody else, and not give them girls what they just do. Mm-hmm. You know, because in the Cardi B situation, okay, she was a stripper. She your baby mama now. You got 2 kids by her.
3. They just had a new baby like a couple weeks ago.
She make her own money, nigga. Mm-hmm. She get at it.
Yeah.
So for you to try and then compare her, you a fool. Like you a fool, dude. Then for real, and I know what she look like the type, if you brought the right motherfucker in there, she'll party with you and her too. She look like she might get out, so it ain't. So for you, it's like for me that in that situation, it's like you kind of stupid. Like I couldn't see that because your woman getting just as much cake as you. You know, then you can write shit because I'm sure you helped write some of them rhymes, and so you getting money in her because her coming out as her performance would generate more money than you performing. She'll sell out a venue quicker than he will.
I believe that.
So I would be behind, like, why wouldn't I be behind her and like, shit, let me keep my rhymes, your rhymes gonna sound, my rhymes will sound better, what you saying them. You know, because you gonna attract more people, and then you getting on more features and all that. Other D words. What's
other D words? Okay, I'm gonna break. I got a couple different ones. We're gonna start with the first one. I was kind of excited about this. Damola Adamo. I know I'm gonna tear this name up. Damola Adamokin. He is the newly appointed CEO of Red Lobster. 35 years old, Nigerian-born, American-raised. He was previously the CEO of P.F. Chang's, and they done brought him in to save the restaurant chain.
To save the Red Lobster, possibly.
Yes.
Oh, I don't see how.
First of all, doing away with endless shrimp. That's what he said. He said this doesn't even make sense. He said he named all the reasons why it didn't make sense. He said, first of all, you got all these menu items, but you got all these people that's only coming for this one thing. That's where we lose it. We losing money there. Because we done bought steaks, we done bought lobsters, we done bought chicken. We buying all this shit and they only coming for the endless shrimp. Then you endangering the staff because somebody's always willing to cuss you out because you didn't get them enough shrimp. You got people bringing in Tupperware because they want to take their endless shrimp home. Now they beefing with the staff because the staff like, hey, you ain't supposed to do that. Now you know it's somebody ignorant that's going to cuss them out. He said that's one thing that's messing up our business. So he named all these things that was messing up the business, stuff that he going to take out and restructure because I guess he made P.F. Chang's what it is now. Yeah.
And you wouldn't get endless shrimps, you get two good servings of shrimp.
Yeah, because even with and I thought it was
two
weird
good
too.
Servings of
and I even said to my mom because I got endless shrimp on. They let you do endless shrimp on Uber Eats, and they send you 4 servings. And I'm like, this shit crazy. $17.99. So it's like you be thinking I be tripping when I be getting my Uber Eats, but sometimes I get a crazy deal.
But somebody is it's a money laundering situation, man. I don't see how some of these models work.
Right.
And COVID exposed.
And that's what he just said. He said it doesn't work, and we got to do something different, or it ain't gonna be no more Red Lobster.
Yeah, that don't work.
So
yeah, the dentist. What's
the
going
dentist?
On with the dentist?
Oh wow. CEO of A-List Smiles in Atlanta, Brandon Dillard, has been arrested and charged with 8 counts of practicing dentistry without a license. And he was said to be using nail supplies like acrylic during dental procedures. He has done some very famous people's teeth. Tia Kemp, Rick Ross' baby mama, he did hers. he got videos all over with all these people who teeth he's done, and he's never ever been a dentist, don't have no license. He calls himself a veneer specialist, but they said that is not a real position. That's something he made up, and he's been given training classes. That's the other legal part of it. He's been teaching people to be veneer specialists, and it's not a real position. So he is in trouble.
Brandon Dillard. Okay, destruction.
Hurricane Helene devastated North Carolina.
Yes, she did.
Oh my goodness. The death toll right now is over 250 across 6 states: North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, and Virginia. God, watch over those people.
Yeah.
Towns have been completely destroyed. I just read something today that said one family lost 12 people. Like, that's like like some people have small families. Like, to lose 12 people like all at once, that's crazy.
Many people
are still missing. Less than 2 weeks later, Milton hit last week.
Yeah, caused damage throughout
the Tampa area. And they said what's really big with Milton is that tornadoes is what caused a lot of that damage. And they said right now the death toll for that is 17 people because of the tornadoes, not even because of the storm.
I've been dumbfounded, but that people actually think the Democrats created the hurricane.
Leading the Milton to control the Republicans. And I heard that one lady said it, the bleach blonde bad built body. I don't even know her real name, but she said it, and they played it on the Breakfast Club. But then I have been hearing people in public say it. I heard somebody at the gas station say it, and it gave me the ick. I was super cringe, like, oh my God. What is the world coming to if this is what y'all really think?
Yeah.
And disrespect. John Amos' son concealed his death from his family in the public. We just found out about him dying, and he died over a month ago. And they cremated him without an autopsy. His will was changed, and I think there's something devious going on here. His daughter thinks so too. She's been on all kind of public out. She didn't even know her dad died until she heard it on the radio.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I don't know what John Amos Jr. is doing, but it's something shady. And I feel like he was like one of them national treasures. You know what I mean? That's James. That's James.
And then you know what I mean? What's so sad about for me is that to see that the son looked like, would he have a white woman maybe?
I believe so.
And then
they look like they don't got that much pigment.
But then the other kids is darker, look like and so you got this half mixed boy trying to take the other kids' inheritance.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Especially if you didn't waited a whole month and your sister find out that daddy dead off the radio, man.
That's crazy.
She almost want to put a hit out on you, dog.
That's why I said the disrespect, because he shouldn't have never.
She want to put a hit out on you.
Never went out like that. He should have had the masses coming to his funeral, like forget. Even outside of good times. He had a very memorable role in Players Club. Like that's one of our favorite movies. Man. Like, he has been an actor that you have seen in so many movies.
So when you see the Junior
Coming to America, he owned McDougal's.
When you see Junior, you hated your daddy, man.
Yeah,
you didn't like your daddy, bro.
For sure. And it's like probably one of them cases where he couldn't wait till you die so he can take every red cent you had.
You didn't like your daddy.
I hate that story. Man. I really do.
Yeah. See you later, alligator.
See you later this week.
We cancel a person, place, or thing, and a trend that drives us crazy. This week, we're canceling ghosts.
Ghosts. So even though it's spooky season, I ain't talking about them kind of ghosts. I'm talking about the people who don't give you the respect of a response, people who ghost you. And I deal with this a lot. I'm an HR manager, so I deal with, they call it ghosting in HR. I've been to a lot of HR seminars, and that's what they call it there too. People ghost you. They start the application process, they don't finish it, they ghost you, they never call you back, they don't answer, they don't respond. But then even with your industry, you reached out to people for quotes, and then they ghost you, they don't respond, they leave you hanging, you lose a day of work because you waiting on these fools to call you back. So anybody, if you're out there ghosting people, I feel like it's a disrespect. Tell somebody you're not interested, respond, don't even show up. Don't even show up if you playing.
Don't even show up.
That's what I'm canceling this week.
Okay, and pour out a little liquor.
We're pouring out a little liquor to James Earl Jones,
Tito Jackson,
Frankie Beverly,
John Amos,
Dikembe Mutombo,
and actor Ken Page.
Ken Page, for those of you who are not familiar with Ken Page, he played Mean Old Lion in The Wiz, and he also did Oogie Boogie in The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Damn,
so that's
Tito,
our favorite.
Man. Tito Jackson, man. Damn, Frankie.
But before I let go,
man, it's been rough.
It's been a rough for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones, that's Mufasa, that's Darth Vader.
Yeah,
he's also was in Coming to America.
Coming to America too, man.
Jaffe Joffer.
Yeah.
Dikembe Mutombo, he died of brain cancer.
Damn, big man.
58 years old. He was very young.
Yes, he was. Okay, forward Sean go to Rashawn McDonald's.
Yes, now y'all know look, I ain't gonna even front. That's my cousin. Y'all know I done dropped his name a couple times, but I have to give him his props because Chicken Wars was amazing. I showed up as a vendor for work. My sister got a vendor table for Journey Through Life Care Services, and I showed up to help her with the table, but I did venture out just to see so many black-owned businesses. It was beautiful. It was a drama-free event. It was at the Toledo Farmers Market down on Erie. It was a vibe. It was so nice. So many of my family were vendors. It was just so cool. It was so cool. And for those of you who don't know, Rashawn owns the Glazem funnel cake, Glazem Gourmet funnel cake truck. And he has done Taco Wars in the past. And so this year he migrated into Chicken Wars, and it really was a beautiful event. And it wasn't just chicken. There was taco trucks that had chicken tacos. There was so many different trucks out there. My other cousin, he did steaks, and it was so good. I loved his steaks. I was happy to support my family, but 4-1 Shine goes to Rashawn McDonald for the Chicken Wars. It was great.
That's what's up. In conclusion, on the recap, we got to drink Sidecar, sorry.
But made with Hennessy, Cointreau, and lemon juice. And I appreciate y'all all for coming back, tuning in. I know it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but we going to try to do better. I know we've been some deadbeats, but we got some plans for different events to show up and pop out at.
Yeah.
We just need y'all to keep on coming back and supporting us, and we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe.
Share
comments,
with your friends.
leave the comments. Send your hate, all that. We don't do nothing with the hate, but take it in terms of turn it into motivation. So if you got any of that, send it all. We don't care.
And I do also want one more last shout out before my auntie got married yesterday.
Oh shit!
My auntie Teeny, her son we gave him the 4-1 shot. He got married in Vegas a couple months ago.
Oh.
Now her baby boy got married, and she got married. Her and Mark were married yesterday. So congratulations to my auntie Bernita. We call her Teeny, and Uncle Mark. And hope y'all have beautiful years to come together. Love y'all.
Hey, that's it, y'all. Bottom of the glass, Elaina Wilson with your boy E.Ali.
Peace.
Peace.